I love Victor because there's a family feel to the agency. There's a lot of warmth between coworkers, and I just feel like everybody who works here is really passionate about what they do, and they all have really good motivation and connection with each other and with their clients. I just felt comfortable and at home working with Victor from the first day I started.
I came here, and in 3 days I fell in love with the program. I fell in love with Sonoma County. 3 days after that, I got offered a job here, and I've been here ever since. That was 1993. I was 23 years old. I'm 40 now, and I'm still loving what I do. I love how they create opportunities that these kids wouldn't necessarily have. I can relate in that aspect of where our kids come from, not seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. And I feel like here, we provide that light. We provide that light, that inspiration, that will for these kids to want to succeed. And I don't think a lot of the kids, before they got to our program specifically, felt like they could succeed.
I actually knew somebody who worked at Victor, and so I was able to talk with them and kind of get a sense of what Victor was all about. You walk into a Victor, like the front door of a Victor lab, or you walk into the agency and you really see that all the employees care about one another and they care about their clients, and that comes out in all the work they do.
There was an ad in the paper. I applied because it said, you know, great opportunity, come work with these kids, they are needy, you can help them. And I thought, okay, I'll try that out. So I started as a night staff. I was young, I wanted to figure out what I wanted to do, and apparently it worked. It's been working for 23 years. They are amazing human beings, the kids that we get here, because what they've lived through, what they've survived, and what they're willing to go on and do. Seeing that in a human being, it excites me. It makes me happy. It makes me feel like that's why we're here.
To watch a kid who come in with no social skills, who can now hold a conversation, who can look you in the eye, who can use good vocabulary, that's the joy I get. To see a kid who's never played on a sports team or been to a dance, to watch a kid graduate and get a cap and gown with a tassel turn, a class ring. We do school dances. I mean, we really make this real. It's a real school. I started as an instructional aide, and then I moved to the behavior management position about 11 years ago. As a behavior management specialist, my main job is to make sure that all the policies and procedures are being followed through on. I'm also a coach. I coach basketball, I coach volleyball, and I coach softball. We raise the bar here. We don't lower the bar. We expect the kids to do great things, and then once they get it inside themselves, if they're capable and if somebody believes in them, man, you can see the growth immediately. You can see the growth. I love that.
Victor really, really cares. They really care about their children, and every decision they make is based upon making sure that the children are getting their needs met, that the children are receiving the best possible services out there. I was a clinician as I started. I was actually hired on at the very beginning of the creation of this transitional age youth program. You know, my clients depend on me being here every day, and I know I can't make a difference in my clients' lives if I'm not at work. And then in addition to that, I walk in the door and I'm surrounded by a team of my coworkers that really care about me and really encourage me to keep doing what I do. As a clinician, I provide a number of services. So I provide individual therapy, family therapy, group counseling. We have a really unique program, so I do a lot of case management and collaterals out in the community. I can help clients, take them to the DMV, teach them how to apply for a driver's license, take them to the Social Security office, or teach them how to ride the bus or how to grocery shop. So with our program, we're able to do a lot of different things versus just like the traditional sit down talk therapy.
There's no right or wrong.
We try to think outside of the box, so our kids, even though we are the highest level of care in the group home system, we try to bring some normalcy to that as best as we can. What I do as a clinician, I work with and support one particular house with 6 boys in it, and I also have a community youth that I work with. So what that means is I work with the families, I do individual therapy, I do day treatment groups. I believe that anybody coming in would find that they are treated with a certain amount of respect that they may not get somewhere else. And they will find that the interview process is a little different than anywhere else they've been. It's going to be a little more personal. It's going to be a little more touchy-feely. It's going to be a little more about how do you take care of yourself. I wanted to follow up with you on our young man from yesterday and talk to you a little bit about some recent behavior. We have a decent benefit package. I went to night school, but they were very flexible in how I worked my hours, and that is one of the things we accommodate here. We've had a particular client for a little over 2 years who has been very difficult. He has exhibited behaviors that are pretty horrific. It's all kinds of things like hurting themselves, being violent, not using the bathroom appropriately. They got up, they came to work, they hung in with this kid, they treated him with respect, they treated him with dignity. These men were there for him and they supported him, and this is the group of people I get to come to work with. And that's pretty amazing to me.
The mission for our whole program is to be a catalyst for sustained improvement in everybody we touch. So again, we're trying to build relationships, we're trying to build structure, we're trying to build independence. We want these kids to be productive citizens in the community.
I think Victor it's focused on the clients. And I don't think you can put it any more simply than that. It's all about the clients and what's going to be best for them. And that starts with what they're good at and building on those strengths. And you know, I think there are other agencies out there that are working on getting kids, you know, managing their behaviors and that type of thing, but this really is on sustained improvement for the
When
kids.
Kimmy does something, she does it with big flair.
I feel like the staff and the kids were a family. Whereas when I first started, it felt like it was us against the kids. But now I feel like it's us. We all one. And that's a beautiful feeling.